Hello everyone, this is Yonggang Wu with Labii. Today I want to introduce the ELN for your daily activities. So in Labii, we categorize it underneath of the ELN, and then it will come with two different kind of tables, one for entries, the other one is for the protocol. And then to manage a list of entries, you can just simply click the entries table. And as you can see, you will see a list of entries shows up. And then on the side menu, you will able to see like what category of data you are seeing. You can use this button to add a new entry. Like for example, you can add a black entry, you can add entry in bulk, you can add from template on and on. And then you can also create the filters to just shows up the entries that to be your interest. And then to add a new entry is very simple. Let's just simply click add a black entry from here, choosing which project you want to place this entry into. And then you can change the names and the description if you want to. Just simply update the name and the description over here. Click the submit to click submit to create a new entry, and then a new entry will be created just like this. And then on the side menu, you will see the name of the entry, the descriptions of the entry. You can also update this information directly from here. And then we're also looking at the notes section, and then you can change the notes section directly from here. And then usually you will, very likely if you want to using this entry to document your daily activity, you will very likely to insert your timestamp just for say today. And then with the Labii actually come with the AI function. So you can just type in what you did in one day, and then the system should generate basic information for you. So for example, over here, I'm going to type in, say, DNA extraction from 5 mass samples, as simple as that, and then just select the data, and then click this Labii AI function, and then click the generate experiment nodes. And then it will usually taking around 5 seconds for the system to generate all the experiment details for you. So let's just give it a few more seconds. And as you see from here, the nodes is ready. Simply click the replace button. It will insert all the detail inside, which will include the overview of your experiments, the reagent going to be used, the instrument used, also including the detailed protocols. You only need to insert the result and the conclusions that's coming out of your experiment. You can also change the detail of a protocol if what you see from here is a little bit different to what you're actually doing. So that's one way for you to generate the experiment node. It's very fast and very convenient. And also Labii comes with other traditional functions. For example, you can use the second button shows up over here to insert a template test or insert any of the tests. And once you click this button on the left panel, it shows like all the template data you already have. I can simply click the purpose to insert a purpose section, and then you can just change the data sets or looks like differently. You can also continually just like drop a file, like it can be a Word document or the text files. It will read all the content and insert it inside. So that's how you're able to use the template text in the Labii. Beside this one, you can also use the third button to insert files. For example, if I click this one, so similarly on the left side, you can insert a new the files that already uploaded to the system. On the right side, you can upload a new file. So let me just search one of the pictures I currently have. Like for example, if I click this file, you will see a new file will be inserted to the systems. And then actually Labii support all different kind of file types. And then I can also do this, say if I want to insert an Excel file, it can be done as simple as that. And then an Excel file was being inserted. So any different kind of file types can be inserted through Labii directly. Once you insert it, you can also modify this file directly from here, just simply by click this edit button. And then as you can see, the interface changed immediately to something very similar to the Excel interface. And then you can change the data right inside. It also supports the picture, it also supports the formula as you see from here. And then similarly, if you click the edit button of this image, you can also change the images right over here. So it's very convenient over here. Beside of this one, like you can of course upload the new files directly by clicking this button, just drop files over here. So new files will be inserted into your notebook directly. You can also drop files directly to this region, and then the new files will be inserted into your notebook directly. So very convenient. And beside of this function, and then Labii also enable you to insert different kind of sections or widgets. And then by click this button, it will actually pump up this kind of window. So the widget is more like advanced functions you can use inside of your notebook. So let's just simply click add a new section. You can choose in the default ones that already shows up. You can also click the more widget for just looking at all other widgets that currently are available. Labii currently support like hundreds of different kind of widgets available. For example, in case of the biology, you can have the molecular biology suite, like different kind of plasmid aided widget, different kind of macro plate size, and then if you're doing a chemical, you can also do in a chemical joining as you see from here. So all different kind of widgets currently available. On and on, there's like hundreds of different kind of widgets currently available. I'm going to using the macro plate, it's basically a 96 word plate as an example. Simply click the select button. You can change the names if you want to. For example, you can change the name to something called ELISA or different kind of names. And then click submit, and then a new section is being inserted. And then you can further change this section directly by click the open button. And then click edit button, and then you are ready to change all the data inside. You can also drop the files directly from the Excel or CSV. The files can also be copied from the Excel directly and pasted over here. So very convenient to change the data over here. And then beside of this one, Labii also come with additional advanced functions. For example, it support the variables. It also support the calculations. If you want to do some certain kind of calculation, you can also use inside directly over here. And then the rest of the function is very similar to a Word document, so you can just feel free to use it directly from here. And of course, Labii meet all the regulation requirement, and the system will auto save it for every 30 seconds. So, and then if you go to the button over here, when you click the table of the content, you can also see it comes with different kind of functions. You can click the versions to see list of versions that have been created. So it actually documented like every single detail who changed the data, what the data looks like. You can preview the previous version by click this link, just opening a new link. So you should be able to see what the version data looks like. So this is what the older version looks like directly from here. So I'm going to close that one. You also have an option to restore back to the older version. If you want to just rename some certain version, it's also possible for you to do to update the commit message. And then if you click the activities, and then you will see every single activity that you did to the notebook. So can be seen from here because we already met all the regulation requirement like FDA 21C FR Part 11. And then you can see who changed this data, what the older data looks like, what the new data looks like. Of course, every single link can be opened, and then you will see all the detailed data. So actually, let me just open one. Yeah, so once I open, you will see detail, what the older data looks like, what the new data looks like. But this activities basically is just like, add a new section. So there's no data inside. And then you can also see who is looking at this data by clicking the visitors. You will see me is looking at this data 6 minutes ago. So when that's basically information. If you are ready to sign, you can also click the actions and then click the sign as an author, and then you can put in your comments if you want to, and then your login password and your signature. Click submit, and then the whole document will be signed immediately. You can also co-sign with some other users directly. Click here. So you can either click the signers. So this enable you to add multiple signers to the system directly. Or you can also, actually this section also shows up in the default section, like the signers shows up over here. You can also go to the signers to add additional signers right over here. And then if you want to, you can also share and print this document out as a PDF or share this document with someone else. Simply click the print function, and then the whole document will be shows up right inside. You can customize the interface to say which sections you would like to share, which sections you do not want to share. For example, I can hide the information, say I don't want to hide this description, I don't want to show the overview, columns, and then the metadata, the danger, so everything will be hidden, and then this data looks good. Once you're happy with the data, you can simply click the preview or click the print button to give you a new interface. So this is more like a finalized interface you should be able to see. With all different data purpose, all the data you inserted to the notebook, and including all the overview, different details as you see from here. Yeah, so that's basically the ELN for the R&D, and of course, Labii also have some other ELNs that will be available. Please check out our other demo videos, and then I'm going to introduce that to you very soon. Thank you.